There are two types of codes in HTML: block codes and inline codes. Block codes are block elements which can consist of headings, paragraphs, images, and finally a citation to the author. Inline codes are exactly how they sound like. They are written in line. Let's look at an example. Let's create a new page. I'm going to call this as 06. I'm going to call this as codes. .html. Okay. First, we'll create a paragraph tag, and inside this, we're going to create a code. So what we can do is we can write a code by Thomas A. Edison. So I'm going to call this as I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Okay, so this code was actually written by Thomas A. Edison. Okay, so let's save that. So right now this is just text, it doesn't have anything. So the first thing is what you have to do is we have to specify the citation for the author. So what we can do is here, I'm going to create a cite tag, and then I'm going to take this closing cite tag and put it after the author's name. Save that. Now what we have to do is we have to take all of these items here and then put it inside a block code. Okay, so I'm going to take this closing block code, I'm going to paste that after the end of the code. So just tap this so that they are inside. Let's save this. Let's see how that looks in the browser. I'm just going to copy path. Let's get to the browser and then paste it over here and hit enter. So you can see that we have a nice spacing and the citation is now emphasized, and then we have the code which was written by Thomas A. Edison. Now let's try the same thing in inline code. So for this, we'll get back to our code, and right below this, I'm going to use a paragraph tag, but for the author's name, I'm going to type in cite, and then I'm going to call this as Thomas A. Edison. Then give a space here. Say once said, then use the Q tag, and inside that I'm just going to copy this text, paste it over here. Let's save that. Let's see how that looks in the browser now. Let's get back to the browser and hit refresh. This is an inline code. You can see the quotations are quite looking neat here, so it's not like the one which you use in your keyboard. This is how we write codes in HTML. Many people misunderstand the Q tag and they use the quotation marks on their keyboard. Although it looks the same, but it's not. Using the Q tag is the semantic way of coding in HTML.